Okay, we're back. So we need to be able to drag things around and move our list here. And with us having the ability to, we know what we've clicked on. As we have our hovering slot, we need to store that position. And then when we unclick, get mouse button. I'm not going to use the mouse button up. I'm going to use just get mouse button. Just in case the whole whack of clicking, you're doing crazy things. I don't want to miss that get mouse button up event. You can. It's probably not that big of a deal. So if we're false, we are going to drop whatever we are holding, even though we're not technically holding anything yet. But as you see now, if I hit I, if I go over and click, and I unclick, and that should probably be on. There we go. I unclick, and we click, and we unclick, and we click, and we unclick, and we click, and we drag around, and we unclick. Okay. So, there's going to be a few other things we have to do with that because we don't want that sitting in that state forever. So we need to collect that data though. When we've clicked on something on a slot, we need to know where that slot is. So let's go over to here. When we're building our system here, these generic slots are a great place to store a little bit of data. Just like that. In the slot, we're going to give it an int, an ID. So when we create them, as we loop, we've created it, we've set its parent. We also want to now set FSM int of the current slot, because that's what we've made. Current slot. Set FSM int on the current slot, but we are going to do our little cheat. Slot position. Now we go turn slot. And the position it's going to be in is our index. Told you that index is going to be quite useful. It's and we're not done with it yet either, right? So ideally now, if we've gone over something, right? Like if we get FSM int over here of the hovering slot, which actually, you know what, we're going to cheat on that too. Now we'll do that. I'll even store this as hovering slot position. Right? So now, if I click on something, I'll be able to tell where it is position wise. Right, if I click on that, position 2, right? And again, at position 2, you're thinking like, oh, I got the third, but you got to remember it's 0, 1, 2, right? If I click on, slot 10, it shows me 9. If I click on slot 1, 0, right? But now we know where the position is we are clicking. So one of the things is we could make it so you have these slots here and you click and you can drag the slot around, and some people do that. I literally find it easier to make, well, another item, right? So if we make a image and we are going to make him, that's not the same size, 25? Yeah, I think it was 25, right? So this is going to be our dragger, and he's going to be unactive, and he needs raycast target off, right? So this guy needs a reference to the dragger. I don't know why it does that, but whatever, right? So if we've clicked on something, we now get a slot position. Let's move him down here for now. Right, so we get a slot position. We need this same check, right? The array and the compare. Because we don't want to drag if there's nothing there, right? So we're just going to copy that and we're going to paste it here. So from the current collection, which the current collection is length of collection, array length. Actually, you know what? We don't really want current collection. Well, I mean, we do, but we don't at the same time. We want to re-get that array. Paste before, because things in your inventory can change. So we need to get that, or else there's going to be issues down the road, right? So we're going to re-get the array. Current collection at the index. Slot check, sure. So array get. We don't want the current index. We want hovering slot position. Array get hovering slot position, right? And we might as well keep these two things going. Let's get rid of that finish. So if it's done, let's just go down here. If there's nothing in the slot, we don't want anything to happen. It's only when we have stuff in the slot that we want stuff to happen. So we need to activate our dragger. But we also want to get whatever we're dragging, right? Because we don't want just to drag some white block around. That'll look stupid. So we want this same logic here. Right? Again, it's going to be from the slot check. Right, because we're getting that same thing, but from the hovering slot position. So we've activated the dragger. We're going to get that same sprite because we have an object there apparently, and this time it's going to be on the dragger. We're going to set his sprite. Okay. Now the other thing that happens is we need to get the mouse position. Get if we're not dragging, because if we drag, we get the event every frame. So we'll just get the mouse X and the mouse Y. Mouse X and mouse Y. And we need to set position 2D, which is on the ecosystem of the dragger, to mouse X, mouse Y, world, every frame. Those unnormalized. And if those aren't every frame, that's going to cause a bit of an issue. Nothing we can't work around. Oh yeah, okay, so they're every frame. Good, good, good. Okay. So we've activated the dragger. We've set the dragger sprite. We've come down and we're going to move the dragger. Okay, well that should be working then. Let's see. Let's see what's happening. We've opened up our inventory. We click. The dragger is activated. And it is moving in not the right pattern. So, oh, look at that. Now everyone watching there probably seen that. Why didn't anyone tell me? Just go back in time and be like, you idiot, you put the wrong variables in the wrong spot. It's okay. I'm going to blame you guys for that one. You were distracting me. So we click, and there we go. And we drag this thing around, right? Now, one of the things with, okay, I've let go, right? We have to build that data. Is if you look at this guy, we're hovering slot, right? So technically, if I've clicked, if I'm hovering slot, when I let go, I want to transfer that data, and I want to stop the dragger. Right? Let's check our time. Uh-oh. 14 minutes, so we'll have to continue on with the next video. Okay, we'll catch you soon.